Welcome to The Business Coach, a show in which you out to help entrepreneurs better their businesses. My name is Ian Dennis and I'd like to welcome you all to the first show of 2020. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. They usually say January is a dry month, so I actually figured out what's the best episode to start off the year. And I thought the water business, forgive my puns. On the first half of the show, I'm going to be meeting up with a gentleman named James who runs Splash Waters. I want to find out how his journey has been in this particular business and what exactly are some of the challenges he faces in his day-to-day business. And after the break, I'm going to be linking up James to Ruth Mwanzia, the founder of Cooler Waters, to give him tips on how exactly to better his business. So welcome to the show. So James, I was actually drinking your water to quench my thirst for January. So one of the interesting things, most of the times when you take water to Nonanga wanasema it's from the mountains of Mount Kenya. Yako imetoka wapi? Splash. From the streams, from the springs. Yako sijaona description. Yako imetoka wapi? Where did Splash come from?
Splash actually is we get it from the municipal water, which we purify through the process of the DX and the filter segments, and then it passes through the ultraviolet ray. Then it is bottled.
So the ones who tell us it's from Mount Kenya wanatudanganya.
Those ones are okay.
Just a marketing gimmick.
Before they came with the purification systems, they used to get it now from those aquifers. Yeah.
Interesting. So, the first question I like knowing from every entrepreneur: why water? As in, there's so many businesses you can do. Why water? Why did you decide to go into this particular business?
I think I consider water business as a calling because when I was starting, I was very interested in manufacturing, especially after traveling and doing company visits. And it reached a point I wanted the urge to start manufacturing grew. And the reason I decided to start with water is I saw a report by World Health Organization, and it was saying that mortality rate in Kenya and Africa is high because the population lack clean drinking water. So I considered that as a need. I saw it as a need, and then that pushed me to start the water bottle.
Interesting. And I know it's water manufacturing. All of them are actually aligned, and it's not it's not a cheap business to start. It's a bit capital intensive because I'm seeing the the machines, the purifiers, everything that's in here. How did you go about now sourcing for capital to set up this business?
I would say in my case, luckily I had saved up some cash by the grace of God, and this at least the initial setup, that is now the structure that you're seeing, and the machines, I was able to get them without incurring any loans or going maybe partnering with someone or getting into other costs. From there, I've been doing it slowly. Like how I told you, I started building in May last year. And I just did it slowly. Up to now, I'm still finishing.
Interesting. And now, how is it now? Because you have a new product in the market. There's so many competitors. What to talk about Mount Kenya? So how is it in terms of you getting into the market? How exactly did you get into it? Because you're very new. Splash, no one has ever seen you, no one has ever seen your product. How is the process of now getting into the market?
I would say, okay, it's a bit challenging, yes, with the competition and everything, but I believe everyone can be able to sell. And once, it depends with how you brand and your first impression to the customers. And also, once you take the product out there, what is unique about your product? What is different from the other?
So what makes Splash unique?
Now, first of all, my model of marketing entails interacting with the customers and providing them with samples. Fortunately, I have a very good machine that does a little bit of carbonation, making this water kind of sweeter than the other brands that are in the market.
I've realized.
Yeah.
Because it is a Mount Kenya.
Yes.
So, I've realized there's something different about your water.
Yeah, thank you.
So it's because of the production machine, or what exactly makes it different?
Yes, it's actually it's called a carbon filter. So it does it removes, it's kind of help with dissolving of the components that form the water. Yeah, and making it now a bit. Well, they used to say that there's hard water and soft.
Yes, I remember we used to learn that. Yes.
So it makes it a little bit softer and tastier.
Take me through now your business. Who's your target clientele, and how do you go about getting this particular clientele? Is it this retail? Is it individuals? Is it companies?
Actually, to start with, I will target the retailers and wholesalers.
Why?
Reason being, especially the wholesalers, they'll help me with spreading the product and supplying the product. Right now, we have not invested so much on transport vehicles, and the wholesalers would help me with that. They will assist me by, they take in very many cases, and they are able to distribute them to many customers, even some who I cannot reach.
Just like any other businesses, I'm sure you face challenges in your day-to-day business. So in this particular business, the water business, what have been your main challenges?
The main challenges here was when I was starting. It was basically setting up. Setting up was a challenge because it was it was intensive.
And I know also the regulatory requirements.
Yes.
You're telling me, I'm like, what?
And also the licenses and the taxes.
It's so
it
much.
Was so much compared to now the businesses that I was used to just getting a business permit and a few other thing and you start. So actually it's a challenge. Even right now I've not finished with everything. Yeah, there's a new tax that came in.
Yeah, I've seen the exercise duty, you don't know what and what, county government.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Hope the government is listening. The taxes are crazy, it's overwhelming.
I hope. But having an association has also helped us, has really helped us to
lobby.
Yes, to lobby and to be able to tackle these challenges that we have.
Interesting. And the final question I like asking every entrepreneur is like, we started off with knowing about the why, now I'd like knowing where would you like to take this business in the next couple of years? What's the dream for Splash?
I see Splash becoming an international brand, and also as an ambassador for enlightening people on the importance of having purified water. And also, it would also, I see it as a platform to empower so many young people through employment, through funding their businesses, training them to even get into the water business, because it's vast. You cannot reach a point that you say that the companies that produce water are enough. The population is, the demand is still
drink,
too
you're always
high.
thirsty. First of January, things are dry.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm wishing you all the best.
Yes.
Yeah. So after 5 years, tutakuja tuangalie.
Karibuni sana.
Tutakupata branch Mexico and all over.
Yes. Doing even Asian water.
Amen.
Yes.
The main reason why this particular show exists is not only to educate you about how to go about business, but also to share the plights of small entrepreneurs. I think from the conversation I've had with James, I've just understood there are so many regulations around the water business, which is making it impossible for small businesses to thrive. Hope the government is listening to this, and hope you can actually get to do something about this, because it's literally impossible to run an SMEs, and you know SMEs are literally running an economy. Hope mmesikia serikali. Anyway, so after the break, I'm going to be linking up James to Ruth Monzia, the founder of Cooler Waters, to give him tips on how exactly to go about this particular business. So don't touch that dial, but keep it right here on The Business Coach, where we help entrepreneurs better their businesses.